And welcome back to Freeballers Podcast. I'm your co-host, A.A. Ron, and alongside me, I have...
Your boy, it's Jordan.
And it's me, Joe Graneski.
And Joe G. Last week, he was a special guest. This week, he's neither one. He is a full-time freeballer. Let's hear a round of applause for Joe
Hold on.
G.
You said he's neither one, so, he's not a special guest, but he's also not Joe G.
Yeah, it's funny. It turns out that people loved my fighting little 5-year-old children off so much that they just requested that I'm a full-time member now.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
We're super excited to have Joe G on full-time. He's a third freeballer. We're super excited for the journey, and it's going to be an awesome ride.
Yeah.
But today we have a great show lined up for you guys. We have a Would You Rather section, of course, What Would You Do section. And then our today's draft is a cereal draft battle, and it's gonna get intense. It's gonna get crazy because we love our cereals, and this is gonna go down as a draft to remember. And before we get into everything, we want to read this review that we got on Apple Podcasts. Jordan, go ahead and read the review.
First of all, 5 stars. Thank you so much. Comes in from Henny from the Block. Unique name. I like the choice.
I'm still in from the block.
And they said in the car, on the toilet, or even during a workout. And then it just stops there. So the 5-star review, thank you. Not too sure where you're going to go with that. On the toilet, we appreciate it. You can listen to us anywhere. In your car, on the toilet, or during a workout, I guess.
I can think of at least 5 places.
Okay, let's hear some more.
Thanks, Henny. So, remember to get your reviews in on Apple Podcasts. We're going to read them on air. We appreciate all the love. Thanks. What have you guys been doing this past week? I haven't heard from you guys. Jordan, you went on vacation. Joe's been on a mini vacation, but like a staycation.
Oh, a staycation.
What you guys been up to?
Well, it wasn't really much of a vacation, one where you relaxed a lot. It was more of like a trip. We took a trip down to Florida, to Fort Myer. Had a nice little time on the beach. Did a lot of swimming in the ocean. Found a lot of sand dollars, but it's illegal to keep them. So, honestly, we would just find them and we would just throw them further out into the ocean.
The old Sunshine State.
The old good one.
The only place oranges come from.
We're not just going to skate past that. You can't keep sand dollars?
Yeah, well, they're living creatures. So they're the whole thing is to protect them. So me and my buddy Jeremy would be deep into the ocean and you could feel them on your feet. So we just pull them up real quick. And they're like little frisbees and we just launch them. Just launch them so far. Yeah. I mean, we're helping spread the species. So,
you can't take them home, but you can launch them.
Yep.
A good 50 yards in the ocean.
Dude.
Relocate them.
Yeah, we're just spreading them, spreading the joy, spreading the dollars.
Jordan, I heard that you almost drowned. Can you elaborate on that?
A couple waves hit. Definitely did a lot of drinking on vacation.
Right.
And then, once you get further into the ocean, you kind of can't stand anymore. And then, so kind of got a little worried. Turned around quickly as soon as things started heading south. But here we are on the episode 4. So
glad you're here.
Glad to be alive, glad to be on the podcast.
It would make it a little awkward if I was replacing you. Jordan died last week. Joe's going to be the
Freeballers Podcast. I'm your co-host, Aaron, and I'm your other co-host, Joe.
Jordan's dead.
Sheesh. Joe, what did you do?
Well, as I mentioned last week, I'm starting a new job. I think I mentioned this last week. Starting a new job. Left a job I was at for 7 years. So luckily I had a little week in between the time of starting the next job and ending the last one. So a little paid vacation. Just kind of hung out with the family. It's been a little nicer out here, so we went to some parks. Did that cool shit. Played some basketball. That was great.
Love it.
Aaron, heard you had a shitty week. How'd that go?
My week sucked. I mean, honestly. No, I'm just kidding. I just worked all week. But it was my last full week until September because of #summer hours.
Nice.
Gotta love it.
Nice.
So, in case you guys don't know what that means, I'm basically working Monday through Thursday with a half-hour lunch, and then Friday I'm off after I work 4 hours. So, it's pretty nice.
I like it.
Sounds great.
Would you rather live without AC/heat or live without Wi-Fi? Now, let me tell you this. Wi-Fi, you don't realize how crucial Wi-Fi is until you don't have it. And you're like, holy shit, I literally need Wi-Fi to function. But I can't function without AC. The heat is fine because I'd rather be cold than hot. I'll bundle up, whatever. But when it's 95 degrees outside and I can't turn the air on, oh my God, that's the worst.
Can I make my own AC unit? Can I get like a big old clear box?
Can I clarify about the Wi-Fi thing?
Yeah.
So you're saying no Wi-Fi. Can I still have internet in the house? I just have to hardwire everything?
No Wi-Fi or no internet access.
So no internet connection. And I can't just like make like a big old box full of ice water and like a fan hose connect to it to a fan, right? I can't just do that.
Correct.
Son of a gun.
So
can I have a bunch of fans?
You could, yeah.
My choice is made for me, I think.
Even if I couldn't, I don't think I could live without Wi-Fi. I mean, I couldn't be doing this podcast.
Yep, video gaming would be gone. I'd have to cut the Wi-Fi.
I don't know. I would rather not have Wi-Fi. I want my AC.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would have to do that too, just because of the baby. You have to have.
Okay.
It's no. I'm not being ice cold in the winter, and I'm not being, like you said, the worst thing would be the 95 in the summer.
But it's not like the child's gonna die. I mean, like back in the day, obviously people survived it.
That's true.
But they also
it would be
survived without
uncomfortable as
having
shit
Wi-Fi,
though.
Very uncomfortable.
Now, if I could just run like a shit ton of Ethernet cords around my house and it was like ugly and I had cords running up the stairs and all that, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would cut the Wi-Fi access and just do hardwired everything.
Yeah, see, I would cut the AC, cut the heat. Although I hate sleeping when it's hot. It's got to be cold.
Yep.
I was actually talking about this with somebody this week about not really a question for this, but I'll throw it out to you guys anyways. Let's do it. So with you completely threw me off. So we're doing this on video, by the way, too, which is horrible. But okay, so somebody said if you had to feel one way the rest of your life, right? One sense of relief the rest of your life. And it was either you've been holding pee for about 4 hours and then you finally get to pee.
Right.
That's that good feeling. The feeling of you working out in the heat or the cold for a 10-hour day, manual labor, and then you come home and get into bed. And the third one, I can't even remember what the third one was, but it wasn't as good as those two.
Honestly, I have a third one right off rip.
Oh, it was food. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So, well, I'm sorry then, since you remembered. Go ahead.
It was basically like if you haven't eaten in like 12 hours or whatever, and then you have your favorite meal of all time cooked to perfection with no issues whatsoever. It's like the perfect version of that meal, that first bite, which is the best of the three.
So, okay, well, I want to add one.
Man.
Have you ever just like, been outside playing or like, hooping or whatever, and then like you have this ice cold Gatorade and you drink that and you feel it into your chest? That's one of my favorite feelings.
That's true.
Because you're just like, oh, that one hit, that was a good one.
Basketball in the summer when you were a kid and you were like, it's 95 degrees, you're like your body's so freaking hot and you walk into an ice cold house.
Oh my goodness. But growing up, my mom hated the AC, I feel like. So I would walk inside and it'd be like, damn, it's still hot as shit in here.
Yeah. My dad grew into that later.
Yeah, I would just go lay on the bed, spread eagle, and just be like, I need to cool down somehow.
Sorry, that was a little side note, but yeah.
No, I like
was
it.
a good one.
But that meal, I would probably go with the meal if we were choosing there, even though those all sound amazing.
Well, what's better, hot bed or cold bed?
Cold bed.
Cold
See,
bed.
I like a really, really hot day coming inside, putting a blanket on. That is better to me than really, really cold outside coming into a hot bed. I'd agree.
Yeah, same. I actually have a cooling mattress topper. It is clutch.
Fancy.
My cooling pillow is really nice with that.
Wait, who's your cooling mattress by? We'll give him a shout out. Hashtag could be a sponsor.
I don't know. Hashtag bought it at IKEA. I don't know.
IKEA could be a sponsor.
There we go.
Hey, add him on Twitter for us.
Jordan, go ahead with that other would you rather question.
Oh, son of a gun. See here. Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
Ever since I was young, I've always been fascinated with space. I just think it's nuts how it's just gigantic. And we're just like super small compared to the universe. So I would want to explore space as long as I'm safe and I'm not going to, get killed.
Just like stuck out there. Have you ever seen those videos on YouTube where like it expands and like it compares the size of each planet and then each star and then each like galaxy? And then that is wild to me because we're like this little atom and they're just like things that are like so much more bigger than we are. Plus, there are other galaxies that we are inside of.
You know what gets me with that? Every time I do kind of exactly what you're saying, where, and my answer is space too, but is when you do Google Earth and you're all the way zoomed out. Like if you're having a bad day and you feel like your problems are like super serious, zoom out on Google Earth and slowly zoom in and you'll see like your house is one of like 15,000 houses in just a small block of a small city that you're in, of the small country, world, whatever. It's crazy. You're like, oh shit, there's like thousands of other people with thousands of other problems.
You're like, you don't mean shit.
I don't mean shit at all.
Suck it up.
Right.
So we're all going space.
Space, baby.
I mean, although ocean would be pretty cool though, but just because it's so unknown, no one's ever, they don't know what's underneath or like, super deep into the ocean, right? There's too much water pressure, too much pressure. It's too dark.
They know a lot of stuff. They know a lot more about the ocean than space.
I know, but they don't know how deep it goes yet, do they?
I
guess you can only too deep, like to get to the other side.
I could have swore I saw something like a couple weeks ago where they said it was like 5 miles deep or something like that. Like,
all right, Aaron. Side note here. You have 15 seconds to tell me everything you know about space. Go.
Space. It's got a bunch of galaxies, stars, black hole, planets, Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn, Earth, Mars.
My very eager mother.
It's very dark up there. Zero oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's space 101. You're welcome.
Okay, I like it. Good work.
Wasn't
He
it?
said
Thank you.
Uranus.
You mind if I clip that out for YouTube? I feel like that's a YouTube educational moment there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Learn about
Space 101.
Freeballers, Aaron Pino, co-host. Here we go.
Thank
Can
you.
I say your last name?
Please don't.
Well, I already said mine, so please don't stop me.
But no one can spell your last name, so they can't find you.
Also true.
And that's going to do it for our Would You Rather segment. Moving on, we're going to go into one of our freeballing segments. And this segment is weird food/snack combinations. Now, I'm sure there's tons of them out there. We each have our own little niche of weird shit.
Yeah, let us know what you guys like that some people find weird. I know I've heard like Flamin' Hots and like cream cheese. Have you guys heard that before?
What?
No, that sounds
Have it?
amazing, actually.
Like, honestly, I haven't tried it. I'm a little worried. But
That sounds like it works, though. There's
It's
some
like
that
a
sound like they
nice,
don't work. That sounds
like-
like that works.
almost like a hot chip, but like a nice coolant, you can add to it.
Nice coolant. Love it.
Yeah, you like that? Aaron? Joe, do you have one? Aaron, do you have one?
I have a weird food snack combo. You guys probably know this. I actually introduced Joe to this one back in the day, but I added our own little twist because our grandfather introduced us to peanut butter and syrup.
Yes.
And then I started putting peanut butter on blueberry waffles.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
blueberry.
Yep.
And then I added the syrup to the peanut butter waffles, and it is a masterpiece.
So
Let me tell you.
you do, is it strictly blueberry waffle?
Yes, I always get blueberry
And then
waffles.
peanut butter, blueberry waffle, and then peanut butter syrup.
Yes, I get blueberry waffles, Jif peanut butter. Shout out Jif. Hashtag.
you love the shadows. Shout
yeah.
out.
We
Shout out.
want a
One
sponsor.
of these is going to stick.
Like
And I
peanut butter.
Bang.
Jif
Jif.
butter,
Sorry.
and then some syrup on there. And the best syrup, Log Cabin.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree.
So that's my weird food snack combo. And if you haven't tried it, I guarantee you, if you like waffles, peanut butter, and syrup, you will love this snack.
Okay. So like I've introduced it to a couple people. After my workouts, I like to have a healthier snack, so I go banana peanut butter. But they're like, why would you do that? And I'm like, what do you mean? I thought that was like a pretty popular combo, right? Is it not? You haven't? Banana and peanut butter? So literally, I peel open the banana, I get a spoon of peanut butter, slap it on, eat it. And then the next bite, slap it back on and eat it. And you get the protein, the potassium. It keeps you full until dinner. I don't know. That's what I go with. Also, the classic scrambled eggs or any kind of eggs for real with ketchup. People like hot sauce or some salsa on their omelet or something. I guess eggs and ketchup.
Yep.
That's
We
probably
love
that's my weirdest one. I would
We
say.
love our eggs with ketchup.
I don't. Nope.
You ever tried it?
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not a huge fan of the mixing the food thing.
Oh.
There's
One of those
some.
guys who can't.
So
touch
you're
their
one
food.
of those that, like, on Thanksgiving Day, you have to have all your food not touching each other?
I mean, so on Thanksgiving, if this stuff touches, I'm not going to not eat
Okay.
it. I'm just not intentionally mixing. Like some people will like break their shit up and intentionally mix it all together. I'm
So
not
do you
in that,
like corn in your potatoes, like your mashed potatoes?
Yeah, corn and potatoes is fine. Shout out to the KFC famous bowl. Not a
Oh
sponsor.
my, fire! The
Oh my
nuggets
God.
inside of it. Oh goodness, the gravy.
Yup.
Mm-mm.
I haven't had that in in years though.
Yeah,
So
it's been
Yeah,
a
Maria
minute.
gets it all the
Thanksgiving-
time. I haven't in a long time either. I really don't have any. I was thinking about this. I really don't have any. Only thing I can really think of is that my dad used to, which now I guess in retrospect I think It's probably just because we didn't have a lot of money when growing up. So it's like probably a poor thing. But we used to do buttered crackers with like everything. So we do like buttered crackers with chili, like saltine crackers, not like oyster crackers. We would do every once in a while we'd do like butter crackers with like our grilled cheese, things like that. That's the only weird combination. Everything else, all my meals are pretty much straight up.
Well, speaking of growing up without money, like Jordan and I were in the same boat, and you guys don't know this, but Jordan and I actually grew up pretty much around the corner from you, Joe, and we didn't know each other until like 2009. But when we were younger, our gourmet meals consisted of ramen noodles, egg noodles with butter, and my personal favorite meal of all time, still to this day, stroganoff. Hamburger helper,
baby. Oh my God.
That was the one I was gonna say. I was not gonna say that. I was gonna say we used to have both hamburger helper and spaghetti with buttered crackers. Weirdly enough, and I realized I was like, I don't think we have money for Texas toast. Is the problem? I think we're just doing buttered
What
crackers.
you do is you put
instead.
a lot of butter in between one piece of bread, and then it just cooks together.
But yeah, that hamburger helper stroganoff. Oh my gosh, dude. I would eat so much of that till I was sick because that's how good it was. Mom made the best hamburger helper.
Shout out, Mom. Not a sponsor.
She should be.
She is
I
our
know.
sponsor.
Is she?
I'm kidding. I don't know.
Trace?
Sponsor of life, I guess. I don't
Trace?
know. Trace?
So
I'm
yeah,
actually
that's
the
gonna
closest, probably.
do it for our weird food/snack combos. Moving on to our What Would You Do segment. What would you do? This week, Joe is going to provide us with not one,
Yes.
but two.
But two. This one is not going to be, neither of these are going to be nearly as crazy as the zombie children from last episode. If you haven't caught that one, episode 3, up on pretty much all streaming platforms and our YouTube channels as well. So check that out. But yeah, this week's Would You Rathers are...
We got a lot of love from that question, by the way. I had a few people texting me saying how many they would take out, and that was a good
that's
question.
great. See, I was worried that that may be my last appearance, so I was like, you got to shoot your shot, kid. Take it when you get the chance.
It's a fan favorite.
You're lucky there's 2 co-hosts because I hated it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All
right.
3 now.
Yes.
3.
Yeah, there you go. So I've got 2. So the first one's gonna be fairly straightforward. It's you were given one opportunity to travel back through time. It's a one-way trip. How would you use it? So basically, what would you do if you got a one-way trip to go back in time?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Aaron, this is you. I need time to think about this one.
What would I do if I had a one-way trip to go back in time? So one-way meaning I'm not coming back.
No, you're coming back. Sorry, like
okay.
You
one
can only
way.
go
You
back
can't
one
jump
time.
back again.
Yeah.
It's one
Okay,
trip,
so-
one round trip.
Go there and come back, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no okay. There's a lot of things in history that I could change.
Well, are you talking about history or like your life?
Yeah, so let's go history, all of human history. But I guess for the point of the question, I guess let's say it's not to alter something, that it's just to
okay.
experience.
Just to experience.
Just because I
Okay.
guess there's like 1,000 other ways we could take that if like the do you kill Hitler thing, the classic
Yeah.
Hitler question.
Well, would you kill a baby?
I mean,
Like if you knew it was Hitler?
so
But then like you're just killing an innocent baby at that point.
yeah,
And that makes you an ass.
Yeah, and there was actually a really good story about that from the Hitler paradox, because that's actually like a time paradox, where they were talking about what if you went back in time, strangled baby Hitler in the crib, and because that guardian of that baby, let's say like the helper of the house or whatever, because I think he grew up in a fairly wealthy family, realized that the baby was dead on their watch. They went down and got a baby from like the poor part of town, brought that baby back and raised that baby as the Hitler we now know. So it's like one of those time loop things. That's part of the Hitler paradox. You could read all about that. It's
Right.
interesting.
Yeah. So that's a sidetrack.
That's
Aaron,
a big sidetrack.
What were you gonna say? If you're gonna go next, so we're saying we're gonna go back in time to experience an event or something that had to happen. Okay.
And we can't alter it.
I think with mine, I would either go back to ancient Egypt, because that time frame's always fascinated me, like the time of the pharaohs, the pyramids, all that good stuff. Or the one that's really got me ever since college is ancient Greece, seeing like the beginning of the Olympics, the way that
Colosseum.
the Colosseum for sure. Greek life is like super fascinating. But yeah, also the funeral games, which if you haven't heard about those, read up on those. Those are like super fascinating. I think I would
The
want to go
funeral
back.
games?
Yeah, if you want me to take another
Heard of
detour,
that.
I'll take another detour.
Take another one. Hook a left up here on another detour. No, I would if I had to choose one, I would kind of go back to where Joe was, but I would go with the Romans.
Mm.
Just a powerhouse, you know. I would just want to experience
Like
what was
Sparta?
going on. Yeah, just like
Is that
what the-
Romans or Greek? Those Spartans and
Well, it happened in Greece, right? So it would be Sparta and Athens, right?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
Athens, Greece. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I would go back to the Romans, just like the strongest empire.
the Roman
know.
Empire. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
Okay. I like it.
So here's the second one that I have for today. It's less of a what would you do and more like a what would we do. So basically the way this is going to work is like we're going to talk about Aaron and me and Jordan are going to decide, and then Jordan and me and Aaron are going to decide. You two are going to decide for me.
Okay.
But basically, let's pretend that one of us has died, and we've got like Game of Thrones style abilities to bring somebody back from the dead. Okay. I've heard this question somewhere else before, but once again, I'm adding like my own spin to it. But so one of us is dead. We have to revive one of us. In order to bring us back, we have like a pot, and we can throw in 3 ingredients that kind of resemble us. What do we use to bring that person back?
Easy.
So like,
Man.
what is like the core tenets of that person?
I like it.
Okay, so if I had to, so my choosing I'll go Aaron first.
Yeah.
I would throw in.
So this is for if I
ooh.
passed away. You're choosing 3 ingredients that you
Yeah,
would
so
choose.
That
like-
to
symbolize
resemble me.
you that like,
That would help you bring you back to
Okay.
life.
yeah.
You know.
Gotcha.
So I would. Oh, baby girl. I would go. I would go a baseball.
Yep.
Then I would go probably just like I would take a shirt and cut it up, and I'd cut out the Nike swoosh.
Yep.
I like
Those
it.
are both of
Easy.
mine.
Yeah. And then see, I wanted to go. Okay. Yep. And a bag of hot fries.
Oh, I love
That's that. Hey, that'll bring him back.
Absolutely.
I think that's
100%.
yep.
Aaron is revived.
The smoke started rising. We were like, oh shit, is he gonna pop out? And bam.
You did it. I'm here.
And now, okay, and I'm gonna go with Joe here. I'm gonna go with I don't know what it's called, but I'll go with the Zelda's symbol.
Deal.
Absolutely.
Triforce.
Yeah, I would go with something about Pokemon, like a Pokemon ball,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd throw in like a football.
Yep, that's perfect.
There he
Nice.
is, floating
I'm
up.
back.
Is it my turn for Joe?
Just Jon Snowed off the table.
Yeah. Oh, spoilers.
Spoilers.
If you just heard that, rewind and don't listen to it and skip forward.
Yep, and just forget that you heard it.
Rewind.
There we go.
Just it even happened. So I have
Time
to choose
travel.
for Joe. I'm gonna say a Bengals helmet.
Okay.
Throw in a Bengals helmet in there. I'm gonna throw an amiibo in there,
Wow,
Okay.
that is so Joe.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna throw in Grayson's birth certificate. Your son.
That's fair. This is just who I am now.
Yeah.
Just who I
So
am.
that's what I'm doing.
I honestly almost threw in a dog for you, Aaron, just because I know Luna, your pup is a big part of your life now.
Yeah. She's all right. She's okay, dog.
Luna, not a sponsor.
So Jordan, we have to do Jordan.
Yeah, we do.
Well, no, you just gotta choose 3 things that would bring us back to life.
That's what I'm saying. I'm choosing
think-
3 things for Jordan right now.
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta
going
figure
to
out Jordan.
choose. I'm going to choose the Jordan emblem for
Yep.
you. You have it on your shirt right now.
True.
I'm also going to choose. I'm going to throw in a Dallas Cowboys helmet. Surprised you
word.
didn't choose that for me. And then the third thing, man. I'm going to throw in an Xbox controller.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
Jordan, if you don't know, Jordan is probably one of the best gamers I've ever encountered in my life.
Yeah.
And that's
Wow.
no exaggeration. No
I have-
exaggeration.
That is such a great compliment.
You guys
Like,
can't see
growing
his
up,
face, but he looks super
Yeah,
flattered.
I am
hate giving him
glowing.
this compliment
He
because
looks extremely flattered.
we battled growing up in video games. I would beat him in real life, but he would always beat me in video games.
You know what's funny? Detour here. Very good at shooters, but Aaron, he is a very big sports guy, and so when we play sports video games, he would think always he should be beating me every single time. But honestly, I would always beat him by like 1 or 2 points or 1 or 2 runs, like depending on what game it was. There was this game. We were upstairs. We were living in the attic of our house, and the last second came down, right? I hit a three, and Aaron stood up. It was like, this is horror shit, and threw my controller, and it just erupted off the wall. And he said, I'm never playing with you again. And then, like, I didn't know whether I should laugh or be sad, because I was like, damn, like, that's my controller, and now it's just busted all over the wall.
Across the room.
That was so funny.
That's funny you say that, because just recently I was trying to clear out, like, I have over 17,000 photos now on my phone, photos and videos. Yeah. So I'm just trying to go through and, like, get rid of all those. And I found a flip phone video. That's how long ago this was, of us in your guys' apartment upstairs years ago. And I can't remember what was on the screen. It was either Madden or it was the NCAA games, because it was that far back. I think it was NCAA. And Jordan beats you with like no time left on some bullshit, and you flip the couch we were sitting on. You get so pissed off.
Can we resurface this video, please?
Oh yeah, I'll have to send it to you, because
Oh
I
my
definitely didn't
goodness.
delete it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, because I hate losing more than I like winning.
Yep.
Simple as that. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was a good question, though. You've hit me with back-to-back questions in back-to-back weeks where, like, they're just great. I've never even thought about them.
Yeah, well, this is me peaking, so don't expect anything else the rest of the day.
It's all downhill from here, trust me.
Peak performance right now. So that's going to do it for our What Would You Do segment. We're going to move on to another free balling segment here where we talk about our pet peeves. And I've got quite a few. You've probably heard about a few of them in previous episodes, such as bad drivers and ignorant people. But I got a new one this week. But I'm going to let Jordan go ahead and start this one.
Okay,
Go ahead
so
with your pet peeves. Give us a couple.
it took me a while to think of this one, because it doesn't really, grind my gears until it's actually happening. And
Really grinds the
like,
gears.
when people wear either like, flops or like some kind of sandal or like just unlaced shoes, like I don't ever tie my shoes, okay? But they actually fit my feet. But when you're wearing flops or shoes that are too big or not tight enough or whatever doesn't fit, and they're walking, and rather than picking their foot up, they like slide the bottom of the heel across the floor, and it's like a constant noise that irritates me so much. Like, can you pick up your feet when you walk?
I know why that bothers you.
This is a message to everyone out there. Pick up your feet when you walk.
I know why that bothers you, Jordan.
Why is that?
Because when we were younger and we were walking through the grocery store and we were bored as shit and we wanted to leave, we would drag our feet and Mom would yell, pick up your damn feet.
Yeah, Mom would get so mad.
That's why it bothers us.
Rubs off on us. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you ever remember, I know you remember when you guys went to the grocery store when you were younger and you didn't want to be there and your legs got tired, so you just sat down?
Mm-hmm.
Sat down where the cereal would be or something.
Yeah, you would find any open spot on the base decks and just sit down.
Yep.
That was the worst.
Absolutely.
Mom will get mad and make us hold on to the cart, though. Hold on to the cart. Hold the cart.
All right, you got another one, Jordan? Or just that one?
I mean, just like the classic, chewing with your mouth open. Obviously, that irritates 85% of Americans. Not a real stat.
We looked it up before the podcast.
Just Americans, though.
Smacking
Everyone
your
else was
lips.
cool with it.
Right.
Joe, what about you?
I have two that, when we were talking about this before the podcast, the two that jumped out at me. One being that I just left a retail environment. When people enter a store or a restaurant with like 10 minutes to go before it closes, and then proceed to act like they have no idea how time works. I mean, I've countless stories of like being at Best Buy and people knocking on the windows, and then one guy pulled open the door. Like, we had locked the sliding door and he started pulling it open because he just didn't understand, like, the vacuums were going and all the noises were off. And yeah.
I mean,
What
it's
the
one
hell's
thing
going on in here?
if you know what you want, but like if you come in like, well, what do I need to get?
Yeah.
It's like we close in 5 minutes. You don't have time to figure this out.
Yeah.
Go home, go online, come back in the next morning.
And then at the job I just left, we would like slide the glass doors almost shut, and we would have like a stanchion and a little sign saying like, we're not open right now. And people would literally pick up their devices, put them above their head, and then like slide in between the glass and the stanchion to get into the store. And I'm like, all the lights are off, the chairs are up, like the employees are clearly
All
like
of
walking
the
around
devices are
aimlessly.
shut down.
What are you doing? That one always gets me.
People are stupid.
Yeah, that one gets me a lot. Yeah, and I forgot the second one I had, so you can go ahead. I'm sure I'll remember it here in a second.
All right. Well, Jordan already said one of mine. Like 85. I'm one of the 85% of Americans who don't like when people chew with their mouth open and chew like a damn horse.
Of
Like that
course.
shit bothers me. And my other one, you might be able to relate to this one. You're walking around the house with socks on and you step in something wet.
Oh,
Ugh,
Bothers the
Hate
shit
it.
out of me.
I'd rather shower with my socks on at that point.
Yep.
Oh my
Seriously.
goodness.
That's a day
That's
ruiner
so
when you get
bad.
your socks wet.
Like I'd rather read Braille with gloves on.
Honestly.
Yep.
That one
So,
used to be a Jordan when we were
when
gaming
that-
one time.
When that happens to your sock, do you attempt to walk to the carpet and rub your feet real quick so it kind of dries it off? Or you just
At
take your
that
sock
point, I
off?
give up and I just go change socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just call the day there.
So
Call
do
work,
do
tell them you
change
can't come
one
in.
sock, or do
Exactly.
you change both socks?
Change both socks because
They're both ruined if one gets
They
wet.
got to stay together. They're
Right.
you're in
pairs.
a dirty laundry and you're
I
just
get
like,
it.
they're done. So yeah, that bothers me and I hate it.
Oh, my other big pet peeve. Small, like it's a small one, but I don't
Small
know
talk?
why.
Never
No. No. It's so bad the fact that like okay, I get it. Not everybody is the best at, writing or whatever it may be, but when people mess up their THEIR and the THERE, like the theirs and the theirs,
And
it gets me mad, but the thing that
Yes.
gets me really mad is when someone says something like, "Hey, I like that too," and they say TO
No,
instead
yes.
of TOO. I'm like,
Yeah,
"What are you doing?"
there's 3 twos, right? 222. But
Yep.
the TO and the TOO bother me.
Yeah,
so
I
much.
think that every time I see that, I'm like, I don't try to, but like in my head, I take that person's intelligence points down like 2 points.
Yeah.
Like whenever I think of them, I'm like,
TOO points.
nope.
No.
He said, yep,
TWO.
TWO points.
Yep.
Gotcha.
My favorite is I gotta ask you a question.
Axe.
Yeah.
Not ASK.
AX.
AXE.
Yeah.
Got an
Got it.
X.
See, I can't
Excellent
talk
question.
though, because I cut off a lot of my words. I've got like that west side of Cincinnati like twang
West Side?
where I don't finish off my my sentences. So
Is it necessary that like when one person says West Side, there has to be someone else yelling West Side?
East side's better.
Yeah. and
That's
then
usually what you hear.
Same with South Side. South Side? You have to do
From West Side? Ew.
Ugh.
So that's going to do it for our pet peeve section. And that's going to
Segment.
do it for this week's pod. No, I'm just kidding. You thought we forgot?
Oh my God, how could you?
We go over this every week. We don't forget. We're going to jump into our draft. And like I said in the beginning, cereal draft. Cereal draft battle. It's going to be epic. We're each drafting 4 cereals. And it's going to be a typical snake draft. This week's first pick goes to Joe G. Second pick goes to Jordan. Third pick goes to me. And
Yeah.
just in case you guys didn't know, last week we had the poll on Facebook. All you had to do was comment your vote. And it turns out that was a little too hard for people to comprehend.
Terrible
Yeah,
idea.
so
So-
it's harder
Also, who
to
uses
comment
Facebook?
rather than just clicking, like who you want to vote for. So we are taking the Facebook voting to Twitter because Twitter allows you to have multiple options
2 options.
to
yeah.
vote for, more than 2 options, yes. So we're going to post links on Instagram that'll direct you to the Twitter poll. We will
As
do
well
the
as
same on Facebook. That'll also direct you to the Twitter poll. So it's much easier to vote. You just have to click a button. So it'll be good. It'll be good.
So
Yeah.
we'll be on Twitter at FBallers Podcast. All you got to do is click on who has the best cereal draft team.
Yep. So last week Aaron took the L.
Yep,
So he
I
has to do
had
an
2
accent.
votes, and Jordan and Joe each had 3, so they both beat me. I lose. I have to talk in a voice or accent that they choose for my first pick yet again.
Yeah. See, you hate losing twice already.
You
Yeah.
hate to see it.
So you really do. So let's just get right into it, Joe, with pick number 1 of the Freeballers episode 4.
Yep.
Cereal draft. Who are you going with?
This is
Wait,
a
the 2019 cereal draft battle is officially open. Now you may go.
I'm assuming the jingle plays there.
Yeah.
So this pick comes with incredible pressure. This is why nobody wants to be in the first pick spot. because you get all kinds of mistakes that happen here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with a solid
pick-
choice.
No, I already know what you're gonna go with here.
You're not.
It's gonna be a Ryan Leaf pick.
No, honestly, I'm not gonna mess this one up. I'm not picking a cereal that's injury prone or has attitude problems. I'm just picking a good cereal that I know will be gone probably by the time it gets back to me. I'm gonna go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's a good
That's
choice.
not bad.
It's a good choice.
Not my
Cinnamon-
favorite cereal, but I'm trying to play the idea of the
So
snake
you're
draft.
going with a
like
poll
it.
winner and not a personal best or favorite.
It would be in my top. It would be in my top of my picks, but it wouldn't be my top pick.
No, I get
Cinnamon
it.
Toast Crunch is a good one. The milk tastes great afterwards. So
Yes.
good pick.
Yes.
Solid
Okay.
number one choice.
So I'm gonna go with my favorite cereal. I'm hoping it wins in the polls, but for the first pick, I'm going with my personal favorite, and with that, I'm going with the classic, the sweet, the savory,
No.
the little bit of chocolatey Reese's Puffs cereal.
No, I should have done it. Shit. I
That
was
was
hoping
on
it would
my-
make it back to me.
That is
That
my
was
favorite.
on my draft board.
That's
Damn
my
it.
favorite.
Dang.
And you have the classic commercials, the classic jingle, the little rap music video.
Reese's
Peanut butter chocolate flavor. Yes,
I like it.
it has it all.
All right, so it's my pick, and I have to talk in an accent or voice. So which one is it going to be, guys?
Let's go with the British. Let's hit you with the British accent here.
The British accent. All right, give me a second. All right, here we go. With the first pick,
Third.
my first pick.
There you go. So you have 3
Sorry
or 4.
about that. Yeah. You're right.
Snake
You're
draft.
absolutely right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. Since you took one of them off my board, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the 2 that are left on my board. With my pick here, I'm gonna go with Oops All Berries.
Oh my
Captain
god.
Crunch.
What do? You just press a button, and like all of a sudden all the berries come out. So you got you're up
I'm gonna
again.
go ahead- I'm gonna scoop this one up because
Like cereal?
yes,
Hey, is cereal a superfood?
it's food.
It's food.
Did you ever ask?
You guys both look like, what the hell? But you eat it with this spoon.
That's true.
Just stop talking.
Okay.
Also, I like how your English voice was almost completely indistinguishable from last week's voice.
I know. That's why I said can't even tell if I'm Australian at this point. They all mesh together. So it comes back to me, and I'm gonna go ahead and scoop this one. I'm going Blueberry cereal.
Ooh.
That's a sneaky good pick.
When I see blueberry, Aaron, it reminds me of Dad. I feel like Dad always had that on deck at the old house.
Oh, all the time. That's why I love it so much because I didn't have it that much because he would hide it on the fridge so
Yeah.
that we couldn't have it.
Absolutely.
He kept it to himself. I said, "Can I have a bowl?" No, you
Can I
can't
have-
a bowl.
Can I have bowl?
Dad, can I have blueberry?
He said,
How young
hell
was
no, son.
Hey, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, boy, you ain't getting no goddamn blueberry.
That's awesome.
I gotta admit, I've met the man like 15 times, and I don't think he sounds like that.
Not at all.
You should have heard him back in the day when he was like 24, though. And I was
Here we
like
go.
5 or 6.
So it's back to me, right?
Yeah, back to you. Sorry about that.
Okay, no, you're good, you're good. I'm just trying to think here. Now, I went chocolatey first pick, so I'm gonna make a U-turn here. I'm gonna switch it up here. I'm going to go something fruity and something pebbly.
No.
I have
With
no
the
idea where
Fruity
you're going.
Pebbles.
Oh,
Fruity Pebbles, yeah. It came as a surprise.
that was my favorite back in the day growing up. Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
Already stacked. It's not gonna be fair.
Yeah, I'm really mad I let that Reese's Puff one go. I should have waited. So back to me for 2, right?
Yep, you go back to back here.
So wait, does this finish it up? How many are we doing?
We're
get-
doing 4.
4. Okay.
It'll come back to you for 1 more after this.
Yeah. So then I've got both of them. So with the second pick, doesn't really matter what order I'm going to do these in, but I'm going to go ahead and just lock down the standard Captain Crunch with the berries. You got to have both. You can't just have just the little squares of whatever they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that's my second pick.
Sweetened corn and oats.
Yes. And then
Them
with
things.
the third pick, I'm going to just stick to the basics and do a Lucky Charms.
Oh, okay. You know what? I've always said if they threw in a couple more charms per
Yes.
bread ratio, it'd be a lot better. Like it's
Yes.
already good, but the ratio is off.
It's all for sure.
Okay, oh my God. Quick story time, and I'm calling her out. Sydney,
Call her out.
yes, there was one time I go into the kitchen. I'm like, you know what? This Lucky Charms sounds delicious right now, okay? I get a bowl. I pour it out. Nothing but bread.
How could she?
I walked into the room. I said, what the hell is this? And she smirks. And I'm like, there's no way that you just dug your hand through this bag and just found the mellows and left and you left it on the counter. Oh my goodness. You know how upset I was?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
worse than just throwing the whole box out.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I was like, just toss it all out next time. No one's gonna eat just pure bread.
Yeah, that's insane.
All
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
disrespectful.
Triggered. I was heated. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with the Pebbles here. I have an all-star team. I got the Reese's Puff. I got the free Pebbles. So why not capitalize on it being there still and go with the Cocoa Pebbles?
Oh my God, he did it.
Wow.
Jeez.
You got yourself one chocolatey breakfast.
All right, and then so Aaron, it's on you now, and then after these two, you will be done. That'll be your team.
So I'm going to go ahead and just cap it all off, win this draft real quick with these two cereals. I'm going to take Blueberry Chex. If you haven't had Blueberry Chex, they'll change your life. It's one of my favorite, and I'm
I've
going to go ahead and
never
take
even
a
heard of it.
fourth. Oh my God, they're amazing.
That you get them at your local grocery
Blueberry
store?
Chex. Oh yeah, they're at Kroger, Giant Eagle.
I love that
Piggly
you're going
Wiggly.
off the range with these. I like this.
So I got Blueberry Chex there. Then for my final pick of the 2019 cereal draft, I'm going to go with Chocolate Crave cereal. And let me clarify. Why are you looking like that, Joe? You never had Crave?
No.
Oh my
So
God.
okay, so when you say
So-
chocolate crave,
I'm not.
is
It's
it-
not the
is-
double chocolate. I want
okay,
like
so it's just
the
a
chocolate on the
regular
inside.
crave.
yeah.
See, now I've had those before, and in milk, to me at least, in milk they're decent. I enjoy them more as a dry cereal.
Well, there you go. It's a dual threat, and that's why
Okay.
I took it.
Switch hitter.
All right, switch hitter.
So just to recap, since I'm finished, I have Captain Crunch's Oops All Berries, Boo Berry, Crave, and Blueberry Chex. Jordan?
Not a bad lineup. I 100% have you beat though, because to capitalize on the last pick, and I'm surprised I dropped this far because growing up, classic cereal, I ate it all the time, always in the cabinet. To go off the Reese's Puffs, the Fruity Pebbles, the Cocoa Pebbles, I'm going with Apple Jacks.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's definitely a sleeper pick.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I haven't had that one in a while.
Stunned silence here. That boy that cried for the Porzingis pick is here. He's crying. It's crazy.
Were you going for that?
No.
No. Okay.
I like the pick. I just like to set the scene of what's happening here. The live audience is speechless.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
They haven't made a sound. They're still.
Haven't heard a peep.
All right, Joe. You're up for your last pick here of the draft. What's
You
your team
nervous?
so far?
So my team so far is you've got the first pick, which was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, followed up by Captain Crunch, standard with the pebbles, or with the berries.
So you want my pebbles?
Yeah, I do want the pebbles. Then I went with the Lucky Charms, and to cap off my team, I'm gonna go with the one that I'm kind of surprised wasn't taken, but then I also realized it disappeared for like 10 years and now it's back. But Oreos.
Oh.
Literally just it's called like Oreos O's, I think.
Oreo.
Oh no,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Those are good.
I like
fantastic. So I got my chocolatey in there because I missed out on some of my other chocolatey picks.
You know what I'm surprised did not go, because I know Aaron's a big fan. I'm also a huge fan of it. Is the Captain Crunch peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch. Those are fire.
Yeah. Golden Crisp as well. Shout out to Golden Crisp, Honeycomb. There's a whole bunch of good cereals.
Throwback. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
They exist still.
You just need
I
a
love
surge to
cereal.
drink and you'll be good to go.
Frosted Flakes. Those weren't taken.
IGA, baby. Frosted Flakes. Yeah, they are. But apparently not in the top, 12?
Yeah, we drafted 12.
Crazy.
We should do a power ranking of our cereals one episode. We just have a power rankings for cereals. That'd be
You
awesome.
could go Fruit Loops. Have you had the Fruit Loops with marshmallows?
Nope, not yet.
Those
Nope.
I would recommend. It's like fruit. It's like Lucky Charms, but instead of the breading, it's Fruit Loops.
Have you guys done the Nutter Butter cereal yet? I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah,
I really
No,
want to try
I
it.
want to.
I
I
have.
need to.
Is it
Aaron's
good?
It's not as good as the cookie, but they're okay.
Okay.
Another
It's
old school
disappointing.
cookies, Cookie Crisp.
Oh,
It's,
yep,
it's
the dog from the commercials.
Yes.
Cookie.
yeah.
Crisp.
Oh man. So that's gonna wrap up our cereal draft battle. Again, we're gonna put the poll on Twitter. All you have to do is choose who has the best team. Just click one time and you're done. It is literally going to take 3 seconds,
Yeah,
maybe
Twitter
5
only.
if you're a slow reader.
The links will be on Facebook and Instagram. That'll link you to our Twitter poll. Yeah, help us decide who wins this week's draft.
And remember, if you like beats or anything, go ahead and send them in to us. You can send them to our email address, freeballerspodcast@gmail.com. We have another beat by Wes Lanier this week, a.k.a. The Wiz, another fire beat. I don't think we shouted him out last week. We just put his name on Instagram, so
Yeah.
I apologize for that. So shout out to Wes for this beat again. That was also his last week. So here he is again. And yeah, so until next week.
I've completely forgot what we say.
So
wait. This is
you
my
gotta
this is my
choose
part.
like
This is my
two.
part.
Yeah.
So you got to edit that, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So until
So-
next week.
Nope. Hold on.
Keep your 3 lines straight
No.
and your headphones
No.
clipped. I don't,
This is mine.
no,
This
I
is
know.
mine.
I was
Alright, go
hoping.
ahead.
I was
Wait,
hoping
maybe
y'all-
that's okay. Never mind. We'll talk about it after this. Go ahead.
Until next week.
Keep your doorbells rung and your orthodontist cleaned.
Peace. we have to say peace. I forgot.
Ready?
Peace.